One of the most common questions that I get from new ukulele players is, how long should my fingernails be? So here's the answer. Let's start with our fret hand. So if you're playing right-handed, you're going to strum or fingerpick with your right hand, and you're going to use your left hand to form chords or to play individual notes along the fretboard. If you're playing left-handed, then this is going to be opposite, and your right hand will be your fret hand. The nails on your fret hand should be as short as possible. You can see how much I file mine down, so there's just a little bit of white showing. Keeping them this short allows you to properly play chords and notes because you're going to approach the fretboard at almost a 90-degree angle. You're going to play notes and chords with your fingertips, not with the pads of your fingers. If you have long nails, then in order to form chords, you have to flatten your fingers to play with the pads of your fingers rather than your fingertips. And if you do this, you're going to end up touching other strings, getting lots of unwanted sounds, and your chords won't be clear. So make sure you keep the nails on your fret hand nice and short. With your strumming hand, you have options. You can keep your nails short or long based on your preference. With short nails, you'll get a much softer sound when you strum and when you fingerpick. If you grow your nails out a bit longer, it will give you much more control over the volume of your playing. For example, you can fingerpick at a loud volume or at a nice soft volume. I find that having short nails doesn't give me nearly as much control over the volume when I play. If I fingerpick here in the sweet spot, then my nails are likely going to hit the neck and create unwanted clicking sounds. So I tend to fingerpick more over the sound hole. When I got my first uke, I started playing with short nails on both my left hand and right hand. I also play piano, so I really don't want long fingernails for playing piano. However, after several months, I started experimenting with the fingernail length on my right hand, and I noticed a pretty significant difference in the sound that I was getting out of the instrument when I had longer nails versus very short nails. So here's where I ended up with the ideal length of fingernails on my strumming hand. I feel that this gives me the best sound out of the instrument and the most control over volume when strumming and fingerpicking. One more piece of advice that I'll share is that if you do grow out the nails on your strumming hand, don't cut them with a nail cutter. Filing them will keep them nice and strong. I file my nails on both hands about every 6 or 7 days. And I use a special nail file that's great for musicians, as it had some very fine grades to it that keeps my nails nice and smooth. You'll find a link to this nail file down below in the video description. So you can experiment with your strumming hand fingernail length to determine what you like best. But make sure you keep your fret hand fingernails as short as possible. I hope you found this tip helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.